Hello. In this video we will take a look at an overview of a post-processing system based on .NET. Let's start. I have some open project with toolpath. The toolpath consists of some commands. For example, tool loading, spindle, tool movements, and in the utils menu I have new item, CL data viewer. If I will open it, I will see some new window. In this window we have exactly the same toolpath, but for each command I can see its parameters. They will help us to write postprocessors. Now I can switch to the postprocessors tab, and here on the left side I see some postprocessors, and on the right side I will see parameters for each postprocessor. And in the context menu I have create new postprocessor item. For the postprocessor I need to define new folder, because postprocessor now contains several files. The name of the folder will define the name of new postprocessor. Now in the list I see new demo post, new item with the DLL extension. New postprocessors now are regular .NET assemblies. So now we can open the postprocessor project in Visual Studio Code. Let's hide CL data view. Let's look at the postprocessor. It has one main file, postprocessors CS. It's a program on a C# language. Here we are writing command handlers. For example, start project, finish project, start test operation, comment, feed rates, and movements go to, multi go to, or circle. These commands defined in the default postprocessor. Also, the postprocessor has some additional files. For example, registers CS, it's registers list, and another file, settings XML. It's just a simple XML file to define some standard parameters or add new parameters, and they will appear in this window for the user. If I will add new string to this file, compile the postprocessor, it will appear in this window. Let's try to run our postprocessor. Visual Studio Code has some tabs. First for file operations and fourth for run and debug. Let's create some breakpoint to stop and press run button. Now the postprocessor is building, and we see that it started and then stopped on go-to command. And we see that the coordinates are fully the same in this window and in this window. Now we can go through the code using toolbar or keyboard. We can see that after executing of some commands in the CL data viewer, new text lines appear. So this way we can conveniently debug our code. We can go next and all works. Let's delete the breakpoint and let's look at the results. And now let's look at the ways how to navigate through the code. The Visual Studio Code has some tabs, as I say before, and on the Files tab, we have Outline section. Here we see some methods. When we click on it, they appears in the code section, and on the top bar we have the same. Another way is using keyboard combinations. For example, Ctrl Shift plus O and typing the name of procedure, we can go to it and for example go to command. Ctrl plus E combination can be used to navigate between files. For example, registers or back to postprocessors. And another combination is to navigate between identifiers inside all files. Ctrl plus T and typing the name. And now let's try to implement some new command handler. For example, coolant. We need to place cursor to postprocessor's CS file and start typing the text. Override on, and the helper show us the handlers we can implement. We need coolant. Just typing coolant, enter, and it added new text lines for us. We just need to delete some unneeded and write the code. Now we need to add new register. To do this, we need to switch to the register's CS file, copy some existing register and rename it. For example, M coolant. It will has M code and two zeros. Zeros means required zeros, and 9 is default value. Also, we can define some text comment, and this comment will appear each time when we point to this name inside all our code. Very convenient. And now we can use this register. Go back to the postprocessors. Oh, so I need to add this to the block. Block is a list of registers. And now go back to the postprocessors CS and just type if cmd is on, then nc is our output file dot mcoolant dot value has 8, else nc dot mcoolant value is 9. That's enough, I think. And let's try to run. To build the postprocessor, we can run build task or just press run. It will build automatically. But some breakpoint to stop and start. The cell data viewer show coolant on, and here we also have coolant. Yes. Next comment. And if we have out block, cell data view shows M8. And next coolant is off. Where it will output to the text. Oh no, now we have second operation, but coolant off doesn't appear in the code. We need to fix this bug. Let's go back to the coolant and try to use cell data breakpoints. Delete this breakpoint, and inside cell data view we need coolant off inside first operation. Just click and this message show us that Visual Studio Code has some special breakpoints, function breakpoints. We need to copy this name stop on cell data to the clipboard, and when we will paste it to this another way. This section, the VS Code will stop when the program will reach exactly this function. And now we see it's true. We have stop on seal data function and coolant off command. Let's step next. And we still see that there is no M9. Let's fix. To fix this bug, we need to output all register values at the finish of the operation. We need new handler, override on finish tag operation. And here we just type in C block out. I think it will help. Let's try to run. Now we stopped on the coolant off. The 9 here. And okay, we have M9. We can make some additional debugging. When we point to variable, we can see all values. And also we can see the values inside debug console. Here we type cmd and we can expand it, and we can see also all the properties. For example, access count 2. And now let's finish and check G-code. We can open it inside VS Code. Let's hide and just find, for example, M0. And at the start of operation we have switch on. At the finish we have switch off. Okay, we have correct G-code. And now we can move to CLD viewer to open the resulting postprocessor. We just open it inside Windows Explorer and send to the customer. Okay, the customer will receive this file and it can open it inside SprutCAM. Let's try. where my SprutCAM here. I can open Postprocessing's window and paste the name here and select our new post and just run it. Okay, now I have G-code and our coolant. Now I can go through my operations, and on the right side I see that G-code updates for each operation. And inside Seal Data Viewer we also have this functionality. When we click to the line of G-code, the Seal Data Viewer show the same command, and debug works too. When we click to the command of Seal Data, yes, in C, G-code line will be opened also. So this way we can write post processors. Thanks for watching.